Hello, neighbors. Welcome back to the neighborhood. I'm Squealer D, and I'm back again. This time, we're back with day 10 of the 12 days of Slobmas. If you missed any of the previous days, or you just want to rewatch, you can find them in the Slobmas 2024 playlist, linked in the description box below. Boy, oh boy, do we have a doozy for day 10. On the 10th day of Slobmas, Squealer D brings to thee Rosalie Mom of 8, Chamarelle Stewart, Amy Marion, Chickens by the Lake, Happy Caravan, the Mills Family, 6 kids to a room, Cluttered Mother Kay's cooking with Jack, and the slobs of the Elliott family. That's gross. Rosalie Mom of 8 Kids is a YouTube channel started in March of 2023. Rosalie's family is what Intrusive Thoughts calls a unicorn of YouTube slobs. The channel was only started in March 2023, but has such a wealth of slobbery for such a short amount of time. In April, May, and June of 2023, Rosalie posted her husband's nasty feet, immediately making viewers disgusted and aware that old Eugene obviously has multiple medical problems. Now, I know some people will say, but Squealer, she's just helping her husband because she loves him. No, she's exploiting her husband's medical condition for views. If she cared about her husband of 20 years, she never would have let his feet get this bad. This is called being a slob and being married to a slob. You can see in her early grocery hauls and shorts that her house is filthy, but just like Eugene's gnarled stompers, she will show you anything for a buck. That baby's gonna get an infection. Not only is Rosalie a unicorn slob, she's a perfect example of why Intrusive Thoughts with Squealer D will always call out groomers and other weirdos. Rosalie and her husband married 22 years ago when Rosalie was 20 and Eugene was 50. Who knows how young she was when he started the grooming? Understandably, Rosalie's family did not agree with the relationship, and so she cut all contact with them. Let's see what kind of man has feet like that and what kind of gal sleeps with them. Don't forget that Eugene is 70 in this video.
I might be mixed up, but I'm really right.
Yeah, I always believe people that say, I might be mixed up, but I'm really right.
Doesn't matter what we saw. They're all part of the same fabric. Understand?
This guy sounds like a real nut. It doesn't matter what you saw. He's gaslighting her.
I understand healthy eating very well, but I also understand diets don't work. I was off diet for years. I used to bleed so much. I'm all scarred on my legs. My legs used to bleed so much. It's just celiac. Blood everywhere. I'm getting blood everywhere, my dear.
Yeah, and you'd hold the baby and you'd get it on his sleeper.
Get it in his hair.
And it didn't help you having to scratch off the scabs all the time either.
Oh, you gotta scratch. You can't help but scratch because it's full of, the bubble is full of some liquid.
But even when it's scabbed over, you'd scratch the scabs.
Yeah. That's why I have to stay on my stupid celiac diet, because you try going gluten-free for 1 week. Give you the challenge. Try it 1 week, absolutely gluten-free, and see what you like about the gluten diet. It'll certainly keep you thin. The advantage is I don't have to worry about gaining weight. There's so many things I can't eat anyway. I can't eat any desserts of any kind.
That includes beer too. No beer.
Yeah, no beer. I used to drink beer. I used to be heavier than I am now. Now I'm like normalized.
He understands healthy eating very well, but he's making a video about buying $100 of Wendy's fast food. And he understands healthy eating very well, but he just told us a gruesome story about bleeding all over his baby's head from celiac sores from years of eating off diet. He understands healthy eating very well, but he used to drink beer all the time. I think he's trying to gaslight us all. Also, what the actual heck is he on about? He would rather pick his pus-filled wounds and bleed out on his children just so he can eat the foods and drink the beer he wants? That's some wild and crazy slob type behavior.
My body is pounds, good weight. My blood pressure is good. So I'm presently doing fine. I'm going to have a full set of blood tests.
Yeah, whenever you make it to your doctor,
Yeah,
which
well, I
you
gotta...
missed 2 appointments.
I know.
Last Monday and the Monday before, by the way.
I got to make this one. I'll get some blood tests, and then I'll know if my blood is A1 like it was last time. I'm A1 shape so far. I got to be around here a while. I have a beautiful young family, young wife.
Pretty much, it looks like Eugene spent 21 years manipulating and gaslighting Rosalie, all while he did what he wanted. He drank until his health failed, ate gluten even though he would bleed everywhere from his celiac disease, all while Rosalie thought he was taking care of her, and ignorantly continued having more kids than she can handle with him. He even went as far as telling her he was in good health and would be around for a lot longer. He should have got a second opinion on that. But according to Rosalie, he missed his last 2 doctor's appointments. Things aren't looking good for old Eugene. 2 weeks after posting their $100 Wendy's trip, Rosalie posted a video called 12 Hours Since My Husband Unexpectedly Died, Suddenly a Widow with 8 Kids. Unexpectedly?
12 hours ago, my husband suddenly passed. And I kind of feel like a kid because I don't know how to live now without his guidance. Because I was 19 when we got engaged. I was 20 when we got married. We found him. I found him. He was on the floor, like passed out with vomit coming out of his mouth. His head was turned to the side. And I thought that would be okay because I'd seen this happen before. He takes some of his heavy pills and I thought it was acid reflux. I thought he would sleep it off, but... And so I knew he wouldn't like me to call an ambulance, but I did anyway, and it was already too late.
He was laying on the floor with vomit coming out of his mouth, supposedly asleep because he took a knockout pill, but she thought this was totally normal acid reflux and he would sleep it off. Man, I hope if I'm ever choking on my own vomit, the people around me are smart enough to know it's not acid reflux. Turns out old Eugenie didn't make it as long as he thought and passed away on July 16th, 2023. Since then, Rosalie's been in full grift mode, posting a play-by-play of life after the death of her husband, trying to get as much as she can from her viewers. She has a Patreon she uses to beg, and this Christmas, she even said she was scammed, so her viewers sent her money for Christmas for the kids. That's what these mega mamas do on here, and that is why we talk about them. Now, I know some people are going to say, but Squealer, have a heart. Her husband died. She probably needs financial help. Yeah, don't we all in times of need? Rosalie is a Canadian citizen. Her husband was disabled and received aid from the government. Now that he has passed, Rosalie receives the Canada Child Benefit, which is a tax-free monthly payment made to eligible families to help with the cost of raising children under the age of 18. Rosalie gets money for each of her 6 kids under 18. Her total monthly benefit from the government is over $4,000 a month. Plus, she has 2 grown children that live with her and could help financially. Rosalie also lives in low-income housing, so her rent is half of what normal rent is. She doesn't need to sell her children's trauma or her husband's death for money, but she does it anyways. My advice to Rosalie is stop filming your children and yourself for views and clean up your house. With the help of Canada Child Benefit, you can take advantage of the time it gives you to raise your children and even go get yourself an education and career. You still have half of a lifetime to live and a 2-year-old baby to raise up. It's time for you to stop counting on Daddy Eugene to figure everything out and be an actual adult. Anyways, neighbors, that's it for today. Let me know what you think about Rosalie Mom of 8 Kids in the comments. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow with day 11 of Slobmas. Who do you think will be the slob of the day? Have a great day, neighbors. Bye.